Hi, Madbronco here. Behind me is today's load. The truck I'll be driving is a Volvo and the load is 22 tons of precast stairs. We will be driving from Marseille to Dover, so please join me and let's get trucking. Right, okay, good morning. As you can see, I'm in the truck, getting ready to go. We're still here in Marseille, where I've been all weekend. Quite a lovely morning for a Monday morning, so that's nice. Anyway, I think we'll get the engine started. Check around the mirrors. See the trailer, yep. Standard width, normal trailer today. Got quite a long journey ahead of us. 18 hours. 17-18 hours, so a 2-day trip. So I think we'll get going, and I'll explain on the way what's going on, because I'm sure if you saw the intro you're wondering why I'm specifically driving back to Dover from Marseille, south of France. I'll tell you in a second. Let's get out of here, get on the road. Obviously we've got a sat nav in this truck today, a Volvo. Cheers mate, see you later buddy. Let's go. Yes, so we're heading back to Dover, back to the UK, and I've actually finally got a load into Dover, my hometown, when I want to load into Dover. So anyway, obviously I'll get to what's going on in a minute. Let me just do my sort of usual little bit of oh blimey, fire engine. This is a bit busy, isn't it? What are you doing mate? Make up your mind. I'm going this time. Obviously I've spent the weekend here down in Marseille. I hope everybody out there had a nice weekend, nice weather. It's been nice here all weekend, so that was good. Obviously I popped along the road on Saturday to the Paul Ricard circuit, which is just about 25 mile up the road. So I popped up there Saturday, did my driving experience. Which was good fun. Some cool cars again. Different circuit. So yes, I had a good time. Spent the rest of the weekend in and around Marseille. Was nice, but unfortunately it's Monday morning, back to work, back on the road. Whoa, really? And yes, we're heading back to the UK, so most of the trip is going to be roads we haven't covered. There's a little bit of backtracking here at the beginning to get us back up onto the motorway, main motorway. Oh blimey, God, everybody's out to pull out in front of me today, aren't they? Yeah, there's a little bit of backtracking here out through the industrial part of Marseille. Obviously you will have noticed, well, if you was with me on Friday, we pulled out of the same yard, a few bays up. So it was pretty easy for me to get back to this morning. Obviously knew where it was. And then, like I say, once we've done a little bit of backtracking here to get back up on the motorway, and then we'll carry on. We'll carry on up the motorway instead of coming off where we was the other day through all them country lanes, and then we'll just head on up the motorway up towards Paris. I mean, it's busy around here, isn't it? Well, it's just after 7 in the morning, so I suppose rush hour. Right, what's going on here then, people? And then, like I say, we'll head on up towards Paris, by which time that'll probably... that'll probably be my hours up for the day. So I'm going to have to find somewhere to camp out overnight. What's going on here with these trucks and cars? I don't know. And then carry on tomorrow up to Calais through the tunnel. I think I've got a tunnel on this one into Folkestone. And then along to Dover, drop the load off, and I'm back home. So obviously we'll be looking for 2 rest stops today, one about halfway-ish, probably, what time do we leave? 7. So probably one round about, so it'll be about 11:30, 12-ish. Rest stop to camp out, probably about 5 or 6 this evening. So yeah, full day's driving ahead of us, and then we'll have about 6 or 7 hours of driving left tomorrow. Obviously, a trip on the tunnel. I was going to say ferry then. Say back home. So anyway, let's get down to the reasoning for me driving back to Dover, back home, and that will be because this is going to be my last trip in Europe for a little while. I'm going to America. Yep, it is happening. It is going to happen. I know I've been a bit coy and a bit kind of, I'm talking to my buddy. Well, obviously I've been talking to my buddy, and obviously, well, in a lot of ways the decision was made a couple of weeks ago, really. To allow me, well, to allow both of us to sort our loads out, get ourselves back to the UK, etc. But basically, when my wife and kids came out to Lisbon over Easter weekend, so what was that, 2 weekends ago? I don't think I'm going to get over because I've got a funny feeling that's going to turn into a filter lane. Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, had when they came out to Lisbon, we had a good old chat about it, and we basically decided that let's give it a go. I'm going to go out to the States. I mean, my buddy's been dealing with the most of it, looking into it, speaking to people, making contacts, etc. Oh, come on, what are you doing, man? And he had basically found some contacts and a good starting point for us, which is going to be Sacramento in California. But obviously, we'd both got to decide we were going to do it, pick sort of a weekend. Or pick, when we was going to go out there. So, like I say, over the Easter weekend, 3 lanes here we're coming into, yeah. Me and the wife talked about it, and basically, if that's what I want to do, give it a go. So I'm going to go out there, obviously on my own, give it a go, see what it's all about, see whether it'll work out, and then take it from there. So blimey, this is busy, isn't it? Flipping heck. Some trucks here and cars, police cars. So obviously Easter weekend I basically got all my loads. Wait a minute, this is going to turn into a filter lane, I think. Yeah, it is. Basically the Easter weekend I'd got all my loads pretty much booked up. I'd got everything booked up till Friday, just gone, which obviously got me to Marseille, and I hadn't booked anything for this week at all. So the original plan was the trip on Thursday, Friday, to get me down to Marseille was actually going to be my last trip, and I was going to fly back to the UK from Marseille. That was the original plan, and then I started, I can't remember whether it was Monday when we was off or whether it was Tuesday. I just happened to look through, just out of curiosity as much as anything, to see, what loads were available. And lo and behold, there was a load Monday morning, Marseille, Dover. And I was like, really? I don't believe it. So I quickly got on the old phone to make sure that it didn't because obviously I've got to take into account it's going to take me 2 days to get back to the UK, that I could still do that, and the fact that we're not going until end of the week, we're planning on flying out at the end of this week. Blimey, this is busy, isn't it? Flipping heck. It still allows me time to drive this load, obviously Monday, and then get into Dover, sort of Tuesday, probably sort of mid to late Tuesday afternoon. And then it still allows me time to sort myself out for the rest of the week. And then be ready to fly out on Friday. So I decided, instead of it costing me money to fly back, I'd take one last trip, obviously make some money, get paid to drive, and make one last video, one last trip in Europe, and actually, after all this time, actually get a load into Dover. So that's what we're doing. So that's why I'm heading back to Dover, because this is going to be, like I say, my last trip in Europe for a little while. I'm going to give it a go out in the States. I mean, it's not because I'm bored of Europe or driving over here. I'm really enjoying my driving in Europe, and I mean, there's plenty of places I haven't been, plenty of roads I haven't covered. You know, I'd like, you know, I'd like to have got back into Russia. You know, we didn't do that much of Germany, really. We've got a toll station coming up. I wonder if it's slow to ride up. You know, we didn't do that much of Scandinavia. You know, I would like, I mean, there wasn't that many loads come up, to be quite honest with you, but if I could have, I'd have liked to got over to Iceland. There was a few loads popped up for Iceland, but they were very thin on the ground. I think if you remember many videos ago, I'd spotted there was like a 2 loads, wasn't there? I don't know if anybody will remember. Out of a depot, there was 2 tankers, one of oil and one of petrol or diesel or something. Oh, go on, buddy. No. Flash the lights, not the 4 ways. But other than that, there hasn't been that many loads. I mean, I obviously noticed that it had opened up into Iceland. I mean, it opened up into Russia, and there was a lot of loads into Russia, and obviously we did get into Russia. But Iceland, very few loads. So, I mean, I'd like to have got out to Iceland, but not very easy to get out there. So yeah, there's plenty more roads and loads and cities to do here in Europe. But I don't know. I just think sort of the opportunities come up. Right, I've got a funny feeling this is going to turn into a filter lane. Let's get over. There's a gap there. Are you going to let me over? Yeah, you are. Thank you. So I'm going to go for it. Give it a go. And like I say, we've got some contacts. We've got a couple of jobs lined up already. Sacramento. So we're going for it. o'clock, so we're probably soon going to want to look for a rest stop, aren't we? Sometime, anytime now-ish. Wonder if there's going to be anything here. Looks like we're kind of going through Lyon as much as anything, skirting around the outskirts a little bit. Wonder if there'll be anywhere around here. I did have a look on the map, and there is quite a lot of rest stops, you know. Oh, wait a minute, I need to get am I going to get over in time to turn here? Probably not. Bugger. Someone going to let me over? I'll tell you what, I've missed that, haven't I? Shoot. I'll get over and go left at the next one. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stop here anywhere particularly. So yeah, obviously today's load is, you know, it's not so much about the load, it's just a conventional box curtain. Well, no, it's not a curtain side, is it? It's one of them. Right, let's turn left. Continental trailers, or whatever they're called. It's busy here, isn't it, as well? Nice, look at that. I think we did come through Lyon before, didn't we? Because this is like a tunnel thing, isn't it, here? Under this building, yeah. Look at this. So yeah, sorry, I was getting distracted by looking out the window. Yeah, so this, obviously this load is, or this trip is not about the load, it's about the destination. So it's just a Joe average load trailer. Nothing exciting. So obviously I will record and post out this video, this part of the journey, after I have my sleep break. Obviously I'll finish the journey tomorrow. Like I say, getting to Dover probably mid to late afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it, for somewhere to park up in Lyon? Huh. That didn't work very well at all, did it? Low. Now we're back on a blooming motorway. What we got this? What's this? Aha! I recognise the universal P as parking, so guessing that's, yeah, just coming up on the edge of the sat nav, so that's just about right. Look at that. Yeah, so obviously I'll record and post out the end of the journey, getting us into Dover tomorrow, and then right, where a truck's supposed to go, to the left here, huh? Sometimes they want you around to the right, sometimes to the left. Right, I think this will do here. Pick a space, pick any space. straight. Ah, that'll do. Right. So that's it. So I'll see you in a little while. Bye. I have just taken my mandatory break as we're about 4.5 hours into the journey today. Always a welcome relief to stretch my legs, have a wee and grab something to eat. Anyway, we are making good time today so far and I've had my 45 minutes, so let's get back on the road. Right, okay, I've had my break. Quite a nice little stop here. Nice weather still, which is good. But I think we'll get back on the road, shall we? So let's go. So we're 1:45, so we'll probably drive till about, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock tonight. I have had a look at the map, picked out roughly where I think we'll be. Just to the south of Paris is kind of where I'm aiming for. There's a couple of rest stops I've seen, so that's where I'm going to head for. So yeah, I think we'll get there. It's mostly motorway driving today. So I don't think we'll have any problems with making good time, apart from having to keep stop at these toll stations. Oh, kind of overshot the box there. Oh well. Lane over, that's right. Yeah, so oh yeah, I was saying, wasn't I, before we stopped, that obviously I'll post out these 2 videos, this part and obviously the second part, that'll be tomorrow, to get me back into Dover, and then there'll be a few days break where I obviously won't be on the road until the beginning of next week. As far as I know, we've got a couple of jobs lined up, or I've got a job lined up beginning of next week. So obviously I'll get back to Dover, get a few things sorted out, flying out like I say end of the week, get sorted over the weekend, and then hit the road, hit the US road beginning of next week. So I hope you'll continue to join me. You know, it'll still be the same old me, obviously just different trucks, different roads, and different scenery. So like I say, hopefully you'll join me for that. You'll find that as interesting. Different style of trucking, I would imagine, driving it in the US. Well, I suppose it kind of depends on how you choose to do it. You know, you could drive similar sort of style to Europe. You know, 1 day loads, sort of 2 day, you're sort of staying pretty sort of local, you know, maybe just hopping over the, I was going to say the border, but what's it called in the States, like the state line into another state, you know, you could do similar style of driving to sort of, you know, Europe, UK, but obviously if you're taking loads, you know, sort of from California to Miami, if you like, you know, that's probably like a week in the truck. So, right, wait a minute, we're going down here. Well, this is a bit of a technical old junction, isn't it? But then staying here, you know, you could probably, if you're driving from coast to coast, as it were, you know, you could probably end up spending the whole week in the truck on one load. So we see how it goes. You know, like I say, you know, I want to go out to the States because I like American trucks and American cars, and you know, Americana in general, kind of a thing. Obviously I'm not going there on a holiday or sightseeing as such, going out there to work and truck drive. And obviously I want to see what it's like to do some trucking in the US, so we'll see how it goes, you know. But like I say, I hope you'll continue to join me. I shall record my videos, my journeys on a daily basis. It out there, yeah. So yeah, hope you find it as interesting as I do. See some different scenery, just a whole different sort of way of trucking, really. So I'm quite excited to be going out there. Like I say, I won't be putting out a few videos for a couple of days now. Well, not now, but after I finish this trip. I shall obviously get together my last driving experience video from last weekend in Paul Ricard, which I shall work on as the week goes on and put out at the end of the week. But other than that, oh wow, look at that up there, that castle, little village down there. But other than that, there won't be any trucking videos for a few days while I say, get myself sorted in Dover, get out to the States, and then hit the road next week. So, I mean, there nearly wasn't this load or this video. It was only by chance that I just happened to look at the loads, and never in my wildest dreams thought that there'd be a direct load Monday morning, Marseille to Dover, but there it was, top of the list, staring me in the face, and I was like, you know, it's bizarre. When I wanted that load into Dover, that time when I wanted to go home, see the kids after my first couple of 3 weeks on the road, and I just couldn't get a load. I mean, where did I get to? London, which, you know, was close enough, no big deal, but it's nice. So, kind of a castle, but yeah, couldn't get a load into Dover for anything. And then when I wasn't really looking for a load to Dover, yeah, it's good that, you know, I can take it and I can use it, but yeah, bizarre. So anyway, gives us one last trip through this beautiful French countryside. any beautiful European countryside. I mean, most of the countries I've been to have had pretty stunning countryside. Switzerland, France, Italy, Spain. Well, this certainly is quite busy today, isn't it? There's plenty enough traffic going on. At least it's all moving, so that's good news. And the weather's still holding nice, so that's even better news. As it's starting to cloud over. I think I might put my side lights on. I'll put my headlights on now, can you believe it? As I jinxed it again. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, at least we've had most of the day. It's been nice, hasn't it? I mean, what's the time now? It's going for 4 o'clock, so I won't be driving for much more, I don't think, today. Not quite sure how close we are to Paris. We must be getting on up there now. Roughly where these 2 rest stops were, this just south of Paris that I was looking at stopping, and I think there was a toll station as well. We haven't got to them yet, so but we must be getting on up there now. Sat nav saying 8 hours left. Zoom out the map a little bit. Oh no, but it's there. Oh, blimey. Not as far up as I thought I'd be. Huh. Looks like it'll probably be the first rest stop then we come to. See, drive for a little bit more today, maybe about another hour and a half max on my hours. I think it was a rest stop, then a toll station, then a rest stop. All this, just this side of Paris. I think we should get pretty much up near Paris. So if I have to, I'll just have to push on to that first rest stop if we're not there by sort of 5:30, 6-ish. Well, I hope everybody's okay with my news. I hope I'm not disappointing too many people that I won't be driving in Europe anymore. Well, it's not that I won't be driving in Europe, but, you know, I will be again, don't get me wrong. Oh, hello, what have we got here? Blimey, we've got to get over. I think we'll kind of straddle it, stop somebody trying to squeeze down the outside of me. There's no doubt they would try and do. Yeah, you know, if it doesn't work out, obviously I'll be coming straight back. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long I'm out there. I really don't know how long. what's going to happen. Right, I'm not quite sure where these rest stops are. Hoping it'll turn up soon. I think we'll call it a day. Oh, here it comes now. I think I might call it a day. This rest stop, because I'm not that sure how much further. The next one is, like I say, there's a toll station in between. So I think we'll stop here and call it a day. Trucks. Don't need any fuel, do we? No. Probably done better to have oh, blimey. Make a meal of that, haven't I? Where's the truck stop? Truck spaces are over there. Guessing. Right. That's pretty much it for today then. This will do me for the night, I think. So yeah. Right. Well, I'll call it a day. Then I'll be back on the road at some silly o'clock in the morning. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey today. Shame about the weather at the end, but hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. So everybody have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye. Well, that's it for today. We have driven the allowed hours, so I must take a sleep break and then carry on driving later. I hope you enjoyed the video and will join me for the next part of this journey. And of course, please subscribe, like and comment. Have a nice day wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.